Let's play some mono black. Alright, we've got... This is one of the... I built like 30 decks after the spoiler came out. The side deck's not great. We'll still just play best of 3. I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. So we've got... I have 2 of these, which can't be right. Let's do... at least that. That'll probably get changed after we play one game. But we've got crimes. So Sephiroth... targets that can trigger your crimes. All your removal obviously can trigger crimes. This can trigger crimes by targeting your opponent's things. And then we can use... These are sort of crime payoffs. We've got a sack outlet to go with our Bloodghast and our Cullers that can come back. That can trigger Sephiroth more. This thing is a sort of weird removal spell slash... sack to draw effect. We've got... This guy, this card is gnarly to me. This card looks very, very pushed. I don't know. I mean, the way Standard is now, it's just like... I don't know. Shouldered went from being one of the best cards in Standard to like barely playable in Standard, so we'll probably end up in a similar space with this. But this card has a lot of good text on it. Then we've got Bitter Triumph to discard our Bloodghasts, our Miners, and our Cullers. So not too high of a cost, and obviously can deal with things like Kaito. Overlord just is a solid sort of graveyard enabler slash mid-range threat. And then I have Demolition Field in my deck because it both commits crimes for things like Forsaken Miner, and then it also is landfall for your Bloodghast. So instead of having some of the other lands, I wanted to try this. This also means I can just turn it into a swamp to help me cast our black spells. We've got a lot of black pips in our deck, so it's nice to have all swamps in play. But yeah. Some solid cards, a million different ways you could build. I kind of just have like main deckable cards in my side deck. Like I said, the sideboard's not put together too seriously, but we could try this against like Control, Dark Confidant, obviously more the same. And then just some graveyard hate, life gain type things, sweepers. So that's what we got. Mono black. Let's go. So my current thoughts on Standard are basically like, is it something is probably the best deck. I don't know the best way to build an as a deck. You have to adapt for the new things that have come in, like Seam Rip. But whether it's Cauldron or just like VV plus spells, like that's where I would put on the top. I assume that blue-black is still very good. But there are some variables that I think have weakened it. I mentioned the dragon. The removal's a little bit worse, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. It might take some time for people to figure out the right configuration. But there's blue-black, and then the deck that I don't know if it's a sleeper deck, but the Raise the Past deck. Like the reason I wanted to get to talking about the Raise the Past deck is I think that you just should play that instead of a deck like this. Like I think you should just add white to your mana base. That's kind of weird. Do I want to just erase them? I kind of do. No, I'm just going to Overlord. I'm going to Overlord and kind of hope that maybe this thing flips and we can stabilize the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to erase them, is my theory. But yeah, I think like the Raise the Past decks, I played with them a good amount last format. I thought they were kind of underrated then, and the mana is incredible for those decks. So do I want to attack with both? Oh, I guess I get to flip this, don't I? That is very cute. Holy shit. Wow. Nice. Yeah, Cecil's a hell of a card. But I don't know if there's that many upsides. Like, you have so many dual lands in Black-White. You have all of the dual lands. You have shock lands, fast lands, surveil lands, like Verges. You just basically have like the best mana base in Pioneer in Standard. currently. So I think there's just not a particularly high cost to playing a black-white deck. So, and I don't know if the mono-black stuff is really that important or that worth it. All right, well, we're getting clowned in the air, but we do have a lifelinker and another lifelinker. Can I live, though? They have another spell. I mean, we're not in a good way. I don't think we're going to be able to successfully kill them anyway, so I don't know if it mattered if I made a different decision on the earlier turn, but... How's Mono Black looking and feeling? This is the first game I've played, so... I don't know, I just went on a rant. I don't know when you commented that, but, welcome to the stream. Alright, we died. I think you should just play black-white. If you're just like diehard, I love mono black, I want to play mono black, I think you could definitely end up with a good list. There's just so many good cards in Standard. There's so many ways to build it. And I do like the Charm. The Charm's not like anything over the top, but being able to exile any creature or planeswalker is a pretty big deal. So, alright, so we're against Pixie. I think I want the Regent. I don't know about Duress and stuff. If I want Regent, I probably don't want Saboteur. Do I want this? I mean, they make so many 1/1s, but maybe I could... We have one already in our deck. I guess I want Lifelink Flyer. I think I want Bob. And then do I want Duress? So stock up, removal spells. I don't think I want Duress. Alright, this is where I struggle against Pixies. Like, how many removal spells do I want? Do I want any removal spells? All of their creatures kind of just suck, and they all come with value attached. I don't think I need this. So we need -5. Let's try this. Why not? New card. New card, Pog. Just take out removal spells, have sweepers. Just go one back in. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Like, you could build a mono-black mid-range deck with demons. You could build a mono-black aggro deck. You could build a mono-black sack deck. You could build... Maybe there's another way to play mono-black. My guess would be that, like, you know... This happens a lot where they'll, like, design a card that is, like, the best version of that card that has ever existed, but all the other versions of that card are just, like, wildly unplayable. People just don't know it because they haven't been in Standard. Like, Bloodghast is a good example of a card that's just, like, they reprinted Bloodghast, and it's like, wow, that's crazy Bloodghast, and it never did anything. So I don't know if these, like, new cards really matter. I guess is my point. But it's fun to try them out. I think they look decent. I think they look reasonable at least. But like I've been saying, like, you just play these games where your opponent like plays a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and then Enduring Curiosities you, and you're like, what am I possibly doing with my life? Like, this is a flying earbuds. It's a great example of like there's a lot of cute synergy stuff you could do, but like what my opponent just did is very strong. Like, I don't know if most of the things a deck like this is going to do are going to compete with that. What are the odds they double block? Never. And what is this doing for me? I think we're just going to play a naked Sephiroth and be kind of sad about it. But yeah, like, this is a great example of a card where you read it and you're like, wow, that's so cool. But at the end of the day, it's kind of just murder. Like, a lot of games, it's just you're just going to be casting murder for triple black. And it's like, if your opponent just plays, you know, 6 1-mana spells in a game, it just doesn't matter how good your your murder is, how many extra, you know, bullet points and lines of text are on it. At the end of the day, it's just not going to be good against your opponent. Just going 1 mana spell, 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 1 mana spell. Do I want to trade? I don't know. Not really. So we take 5. So this flips. Whatever. Alright, so we're going to 9. Well, if they can't... They probably can't deal with both of our things, so we might be able to stabilize here. I got Charm to pick up, like, if they use an actual removal spell, we can Charm to pick up 2 things, which is obviously the extra lines of text coming in. It's good. So they don't have Void, which means they can't kill these for 1 mana. They could have, like, a bounce effect in their deck. I don't think that's that likely. And these things aren't good at blocking, really, so probably get to attack and get a huge life swing. Draw a card as well. I already sort of just wish I didn't have Bloodghast in my deck. What's up, Jake? How's it going? I have no creature land. I guess we can attack first either way. Should double jump, right? I think it's worth to give me a card. No blocks. Alright. Well, we didn't draw a spell, so maybe we're dead. 2/10. So 4 spells means I die. I don't think that's very likely from a pixie deck, but could happen. This thing not being able to block really sucks. We get extra life from block plus. Lifelink. Okay. Yeah, drawing a billion lands is not the most ideal situation. 6, 9, 3, 8, 12. I think we're okay, though. Why didn't they attack? I think some of these creatures should have attacked, right? Okay, play this. Surveil here. Sure. New card. Alright, here we go. Get a 2/2. Yeah, this card is just nasty, dude. That's crazy. Alright. Got 1. Does anything change? I don't think so. Do I need answers for that stupid 2/4? Maybe I want... Could have like the second trajectory, for example. Like these sweepers are gonna be... It's gonna be really awkward if I have these sweepers and... just go there. Like, I just can't kill the 2/4. It's not going to matter that I have a sweeper because they're just going to keep making more board presence. What's up, Mike? I like my opponent's deck, though. That deck's sweet. Claudio top 8 the challenge with it. It's nice to just see a like value deck that isn't trying to deal 12 points with Raven's Crime. I don't know if that's a card that needed to get banned, but I'm very happy that it got banned. I think it's acceptable to ban cards that are not fun in the card game that is made to be fun. I know that's controversial and most people disagree, but I do think it's important that the card game is fun. Alright, we kept. How good is this hand? It's fine. Don't really need the second miner, but we have the combo of Sack Outlet, Sephiroth, miner. It's pretty cute. I'm sure this list could also use some work. I think like the mana base looked pretty well constructed, but like I don't know. Having no Kaitos is kind of weird. Maybe they were on the sideboard though. I think they were. A lot of good options. I guess I'm playing Ghast. And then just sacking it. Put a mulligan a bunch. I didn't even notice. So since they have Shoot the Sheriff, it's got to be better to just do this, right? My card, but freebie. Alright, well, looks like we're in a good spot. They haven't really done anything. Yeah. Opponent agrees. I think they mulled the 5, at least, so. Unlucky, but we'll take it. Yippee, we're platinum. Okay. Let's look at our deck. I mean, it's probably too soon to say if I want to change anything, but felt fine. I don't know. We played Swamps. Played Swamps and our opponent mulliganed. We're very good. I want to play more of this card. I kind of don't want to play the Overlord. I just never want to spend my turn 2 casting it. I have 24 lands. I'm happy with that. We've got a bunch of things that we're just playing because they're new. That's fine. Let's do that. Okay. I should just have 4 of these in my deck, right? I don't want to put a Bloodghast into my side deck. I refuse to put a Bloodghast into my side deck. Let's cut a Bloodghast and then just add a Duress. I don't really know. I guess Duress is for control. Those types of matchups should be pretty good though, so whatevs. You know what I could do? It might make things lag. I was gonna say I could open Moto and then not window capture, and then that's a way for me to look at decks while I'm playing. It's part of why I don't stream as much, is like I like to just ADHD around and click on all my things and do a million things at once. I don't think most people want to see that for streaming. Blue-white sleeves, blue-white control. You are a scumbag, Beeper1234. I said I thought this matchup might be good, so we'll see. I wish this had like a card draw mode. I wish this was like Sign in Blood. That would have been nasty instead of the pickup from your graveyard, but I was gonna say, if they have the thing that the temporary lockdown, it's really bad for me. Very, very fortunately, they did not. And it's not bad for me at all, actually. It's very not bad for me. Could have another sweeper, but if it's destroyed, we could maybe get the Bloodghast back at some point. Alright, we need land. Need might have been aggressive. So what is this? This is 3/1 no text. Let's get this down, because whenever we draw a land, we can just blow up our Bloodghast to draw. This card is so weird. I don't even know what this card does. Until end of turn, target creature gains when this creature dealt damage. Until many cards lose your life. And then the controller gets to choose if it takes one. Got it. I will take a Bloodghast back. I will exile that. Auto pay. So it doesn't have to die though, right? Take action. Cool. Alright. Got a bunch of shady removal spells against blue-white. Hell yeah. Really, really happy I added the fourth one in right before this match. Alright. This is like the weirdest Phyrexian arena ever. But it makes it harder to block, kind of. What? You cannot. You can't. You cannot. Hello? Excuse me. That's against the rules. Why the fuck is that in your deck? What? Is my opponent not? I mean, they're playing control, right? Come on, they got fucking Temple of Enlightenment. Okay. Well, we drew a Void thingy. I'm happy I get to use one of these. I did not expect that. So what can we do? I'm trying to think of the order of operations. We have 5, so it doesn't matter. So I guess I will... 12, can't deal 2. What do I want to sack? I want to sack this main 2. Card has text on it. Oops. So in my head, this thing... Well, we drew a land anyway. There's no reason to warp it, right? Okay. In my head, this thing says, kill your opponent's thing. I don't know what it says in my head. I'm an idiot. Oh, damn, that sucks. Alright, we lost our thing, too. God damn it. Okay, so what? I should have, like... Could I have had 2 cards in my hand? What would I have had to kill? Sack a Miner. They're just dead. Oh, no, I couldn't have warped this. Or, no, I can't warp this, right? Yeah, okay. Or no, this was... Okay, no, I had to top deck. Holy shit. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. Nice. Alright. Cool. What is my... Is my opponent not playing control? Are they playing, like, Omniscience or something weird? Why the fuck? Stock up, Voice. Ultima, Split Up. The Dragon... I don't know what's happening. I'm not going to be too surprised if... Yeah, I don't. What up? What up? Sorry, I didn't read chat. I don't know. I think they're just playing control and they decided they wanted Voice of Victor in their deck. It could be anything. It might just be Omniscience with split ups and Ultimas. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna put these in. It doesn't matter. Everything's fine. They have Elspeth too. I don't know. It doesn't matter what they're doing because I think all of my cards are gonna be good against what they have going on. Do I want this? Not really against sweepers. Okay. This card's kind of cool. It sucks that it ties to Ultima though. That's an. I really like. I really like the fact that there's a temporary lockdown that dies to your Ultima. Like, I like that tension. Temporary lockdown always felt like it was so good at dodging all of the awkwardness. And it's just nice that the red decks can just upraid the temporary lockdown now. I really appreciate that. I feel like they nailed it for the sweepers at this point in Standard. Like, I really enjoy the options and the things you have to consider when you're building your control deck. Not that I spend too much time building control decks, but playing against them and thinking about how to approach in response to how they're approaching it is really interesting to me. I have no idea what to take out. Okay. I think it's still control overall. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just like a weirdo control deck. The tokens for defense? Well, I mean, the 1/3 only... I guess maybe they're just trying to trump control mirrors by having 1/3 into Elspeth or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're partying. We're playing Magic. Sure. Time to play textless squares and attempt to kill my opponent. That's a good hand. 14. Uh-huh. So the only thing I'm really considering is if I want to try to play a game in which my opponent never finds a 5th land. I could take Day of Judgment and then play my Bloodghast and then just hope they stock up bricks and try to beat an Elspeth. Instead, I'm going to try to beat Sweeper, which doesn't seem very likely, but, you know. I guess I'm going to get my card back and force the first Sweeper. So what do I need to top deck? Do I want to force the second Sweeper? I guess, yeah. It's just throwing all my cards in the blender, but good draw. But I think that's the same as just not playing the Sephiroth. Okay. That's not very good. Okay. Fair enough, then. I don't think we were beating the Elspeth. I don't know. Whatevs. Alright, my opponent has a lot of nothing. So they have a lot of air in the sense of, like, authority, rest in peace. They don't do anything if I have creatures in play that are continuously attacking. So I'm worried about sweepers. I'm just not that well equipped for a 100,000 sweepers and rest in peace. Like, I could have, like, a planeswalker maybe in my side deck. I don't have Soulstone Sanctuary, so I'm way worse off against Day of Judgment. Yeah, I think they're just weird control. I don't think... God. I think I'm going to keep this. I really want to have Duress. I don't really want 2 Bitter Triumphs, but... I don't know if this thing's gonna get to attack 10 times, but that's our plan. So at what point do I Duress? Yeah, this has not panned out. So stock up turn on 2 draws, no matter what I get lost. I think it's now. Yeah, it sucks. What can you do? Maybe this thing will kill them. They have a starting down. Could just have like random dragon or whatever instead of one of these. I just draw stock up. Yeah. GG. That's why you play blue cards, kids. I just need a better sideboard. I could have like Phyrexian Arena, I guess. Like, I could have just taken the Get Lost and then Phyrexian Arena'd. It's kind of foul that I just have drawn Archmage's Charm and lands, but... I mean, if that got countered, that would have been kind of nice. Alright, my turn. Oh, thank God. Finally, I get to hit my land drop. I hate whenever I get mana screwed. It's so annoying. Now we can cast our spells. Fuck yeah. Sure, it's fucking dead. Dude, how is Get Lost so ass? Your turn. Alright, they're gone. We're really gonna win this? Yeah, I mean, is this game winnable is what I should say. Not are we gonna win this game. Is it winnable? Alright, that's... Alright. I mentioned their cards kind of not doing anything. So this needs to find Wrath of God. And then we'll be very sad. Maybe it won't find Wrath of God. So I can counters here. So it has to be Sweeper. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. We're so sad. Elspeth didn't do it. Yeah, it just had to be Sweeper. At least we drew a land. I mean, with this land, maybe we have a shot. I was thinking, heck, if I could just get a freaking land this game, maybe we could win. I definitely want to have more lands than spells in my mono black deck. That's for sure. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Yeah. Just go ahead and negate this. Get me out of here. We need to rip a 4/4. Very good. Very good. Very good. Golf clap for Swamp. Oh! Oh, hell yeah! Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, well, that was a real game of Magic I just played. Fuck my life. Fuck my stupid life. You know what? You get a frowny face for that one. Alright, GG. What can you do? I could build my deck maybe a little better. I think even if I built my deck better, we probably weren't winning that one. But, that was cool. I mean, is there a... I don't even know the Planeswalkers in Standard. I just know that most of them are... or have been unplayable because you died in Mice on turn 3. Ashiok. Ashiok. Okay, well, I guess it's fucking Ashiok and Liliana. I'll just put Annex. It's fine. I don't think that card's actually necessary. Go again. Yeah, life is good. It's like so unreal. I had to get so unlucky while flooding, and then they had to just like hit. I don't know. I mean, it's not that unreal. Them hitting into ripping into me flooding into them ripping Elspeth, I guess is the cherry on top. But I don't know if they needed those Elspeths. My deck was very bad at that point. They had Authority, rest in peace, and probably a million card draw spells in their deck. Whatevs. This card is so strong. Alright, so we're getting roots. Probably, right? Dude, I love this fucking guy. This Timeline Culler. This thing rules. It's got everything going on. It's got the best text boxes. It's got the best art. It's in probably the best color, or the coolest color. I love it. Yeah, this dying to Ultima just sucks. This card is very cute. You know, it is kind of a Phyrexian Arena, sort of, but... Ooh, I like it. Alright. It's cool. Do I want to sack this? The obvious answer is yes. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think it's definitely not bad too. If my plan is to play this on 4, then maybe just having this in play is a little better. Ooze. So they can go... Oh, they don't get the ooze yet, so next... Oh, this shit. Okay. That's cool. Alright, opponents getting shit done. They're doing spicy things. So... They're just gonna get this back. That means I don't have to play against ooze. Okay, do I want the damage or the card again? I don't really know if I need more cards. I guess it's +2. You have to void it again. Does that even matter? Not really. Just taking 2 for nothing, right? If I void it, it dodges ooze. But I kind of assume they want this stupid dragon. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm just going to lose to an ooze. I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I decided this card was important because they're splashing blue for it, but maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I like Ultima. I feel like they learned a lot from having temporary lockdown and Sunfall in the same format. I think they made a kind of miserable environment, and then they made a bunch of decks that just insta-killed you because of the miserable sweepers. And now we're not in the same space, so I'm optimistic. Scavenger's talent. They've got to have some combo, right? We've got to be comboing in some form. So treasures eat to 3. I think we're just dead. Like, I don't know if our deck can beat a Scavenging is. So maybe I was supposed to... keep the... removal spell, but then they have the stupid dragon, right? And the dragon gives them infinite mana, and they just use all their mana on this. Maybe we can cross the finish line with Sephiroth triggers. Alright, so what does this do? Mill. Okay. Okay, if there's a combo, I don't see it yet. Alright, maybe there's not a combo. There's got to be something going on here, right? Sure. We're button clicking. Beginning your end step, sacrifice 3. Okay. Okay. They look kind of dead to me. Okay. Whatever. We won. Did the ooze get activated? I feel like if my opponent just activated their scavenging ooze. What up, Corn Dog Jones Jr.? Banger name, by the way. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Appreciate you. What up, everybody? We are streaming some new standard, as you can see. All right. What do I want against Sultai Roots? I guess we're just going Leyline. Do I want this? What up? Scavenger Regent's kind of weird. Like, they have all these stupid X ones that I can mop up, but if the Roots tokens ever get too big, it's not going to be great. I think I'm going to try it just because it's there. What else? That notification was so late. I don't know if you guys heard that, but... What up, what up? Alright, okay. I really don't know. I probably shouldn't be boarding that much. How much spot removal? I need answers to ooze. I have here a 7 spot removal plus 2 charms. I don't think I need all these triumphs. They do have that stupid dragon as well, so spot removal is better than it's going to be on average. Probably don't need this. Probably don't need this. Let's try that. Also, I apologize for my ley lines. I think I just imported the deck and it Gave me one of each. Hate to see it. Alright. Well, we've got the thing. I don't know how many Haywire Might type cards they're going to have post board. I assume they have answers to this, but maybe not. Yep. Business, 2 for 2. I'm about it. Dude, I love this card. This card makes me so happy. It would be awesome. I mean, there's no way this card's gonna be like. I don't think this is gonna be in a tier 1 deck. I just don't think it makes sense for how the format's set up. But I just love it. Torch the Tower is just probably gonna be the most played card in the format. And there's just other things you can do, but fuck, I love it. Maybe a rotation or so. It just, I don't know. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Blood Tithe Harvester, where it just does so many things that you want to be doing. And it's nothing like over the top. It's not too in your face. It's just like, it just does a bunch of shit. You're like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that too. I also want to do that. Yeah, I want to trigger Void. Yeah. I want to sack. I want to just something sack fodder. I want a haste beater. I want something that's good against removal. Yeah, I want all that. No. You can't ooze my thing. No. So Void pop. Void sack pop. Triumph Void. I guess then I sandbag this. So no matter what, I'm not going to be that mana efficient. That's not a big deal. Question is, which would I rather do? I guess I'd rather save the Triumph. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that 1 mana removal spell is also just so good. Like, I don't know. It's kind of scary how good it is. I think a lot of people are calling it Tragic Slip, which I don't. I mean, I know that it's a reference to Tragic Slip or whatever in the name, but like Tragic Slip, like -1/-1 and -2/-2 are not the same. They're not even really close to the same. So the fact that it's like front is a shock is very relevant, and then it's so easy to just trigger the Void. Mucho good. Bueno. I don't know how to speak Spanish. Alright, well, I'm going to keep and hope my opponent casts creatures, because if they don't, my hand is kind of terrible. Okay, no creature. Please don't play an island. Don't play an island. Don't you... Fuck! God damn it! Well, I mean, maybe we can just kill a lot of golems with this thing. Maybe this thing's not going to live, right? It's going to get Perilous Vaulted or whatever it's called. Oh, stop playing islands and wraths. Don't do it. You got counter spells in your deck, too. If I want to dodge, I guess it's fine to play around the... It doesn't really matter. The lockdown. I mean, the lockdown is just 1 for 1 on this, but... This is another good example of a matchup where, like, I think, like, if you just play the black-white raise the pass deck, you get to ignore so much bullshit. Like, yes, oh no, you made 400 golems. Like, okay, chump block. Chump block your 100 hundreds, and then raise the pass, kill you. The numbers I'm using aren't really how reality works, but you know what I mean. Clay-fired bricks. The amount of times I've had this card cast against me is it's a shame. It's offensive. How many people are like, yeah, this is the card to put in my deck. This is the one. This is the card that I need in my Magic the Gathering deck. There's nothing else I can play. I gotta play Clay-Fired Bricks. I don't know. There's a lot of cards in Standard. There's the thing. Yeah, hitting these matchups where none of my removal has text is not ideal. I could just swap out 2 of these. I mean, the Charm just doesn't do anything against these decks that don't do anything. That's the problem. It's like... That's why I was saying I wish the Charm had, like, Sign in Blood. But everyone's just, like, exiling all your things. I don't know. I guess in the example... It's not necessarily the case everyone's exiling all your things. But it is the case that, like, you don't even really want to pick up your creatures with the Charm. At least in this deck. So... I could just have more... I guess there's no more Gix in the format, right? There's just some 4-mana stuff. We draw too many lands. We're not good at drawing the spell cards that matter. We draw lands and removal spells against blue-white do-nothings, and we die like dogs. You hate to see it. Just have to kill all my blue-white opponents with 1 Timeline Culler every fucking game. Oh, shit. Good enough. Oh, don't want that. Do I want Annex? Annex might be decent. Just gives me a flyer, and I don't know. It's gonna get nabbed by a Vault or whatever, but who cares? I think I have enough bad cards. How many removal spells do I want? It's definitely relevant that I can kill a Golem, but it's not the end of the world. We'll try this, I guess. Maybe we end up playing a cool game state where we have like Sack Outlet plus stuff. If I'm taking out a bunch, I mean, I guess Duress. Well, we're just gonna play the sweet cards. Fuck it. All right, you go out. You go out. I can take out a 4 Bloodghast. Is it blasphemy to take out one of these? I kind of want the Bloodghast because they get haste after they're at 10. I guess it's the same difference. Whatever. They might have Rest in Peace. We'll take out Bloodghast. That's fine. Bro, fuck off. I literally boarded out every removal spell but 2 of these. Yeah, whatever. Alright, this hand is good. I think I would rather... I don't know, I could have just kept a 3-drop because it's a 3-drop. The question is, do I Duress now to take their Clay-Fired Bricks? I'm not going to do it. I choose no. You know, I've been playing it, like, I keep talking about, I keep playing these control decks and, like, these sort of, like, do nothing and then sweep the board decks. Maybe this is just the main deck card. I mean, not a bad deal. No, the Clay-Fired Bricks. No! You can't just take the Clay-Fired Bricks. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, we gotta beat a synthesizer, which probably won't ever happen ever, but we could try. Death Touch is kind of nice. They have tap, though. So they play this, it becomes 4-4. I just need to draw a removal spell immediately. Which might not happen. They get another... I don't know. I guess this thing's going to fall off either way. Obviously, it's annoying for me. Like, it can make 2/2s, but I think I'm supposed to just trade. Hope things work out. You get 2... If this lives, I get 2 draw stuff. If I have the Birthing Pot, we can just pack it in. That probably is good enough to pack it in, too. But we're still going to get 2 draw steps. We just need to find removal spell here. Can Demolition Field this. Oh, that triggers it. Fuck my whole life. I didn't even know that. That's disgusting. This thing doesn't flip. Wow. Okay. Well, we lost. Oh, no. I found 2 of them? Oh, imagine. Alright, Demon. Demon that gets tapped. My opponent's going to draw 100 cards next turn. What if we just attack for 4? This becomes a 7/7. 15, 12. Force trade. This flips. This taps, though. I mean, how good is the demon anyway? We're just going to die. Can I undo this? Is that even an option? Oh, yeah. So we can go demon, go. I can attack, counter, kill, demon. I go to 8. Force jump here. I go to 10. I'm actually dead on board. I don't know. We can't win. It's just over. Unfortunately. Addressed my opponent at 2 synthesizers. We lost. Is what it is. This deck doesn't really do anything if this card's not in play, but so it goes. I think that, like, these decks are unplayable. Like, I think, like, the blue-white control decks look good, and you can't beat an Ultima. You just lose. Like, it's your post board, you're just hoping to counter it or whatever, but, like, you're gonna have a really bad day if you play against the card Ultima with this. Which I think is a fine spot to be in. Like, if I think that the blue-white Ultima decks are playable and good and people should be playing with them, then I think people shouldn't be playing with this deck. And if that's the case, I think I like my mono black deck into the blue-white Ultima decks way more than I like it into this deck, so could be worse. Alright, my opponent has 1 billion power. And they're making 1 billion power every turn. How much damage do I get to attack for? This gets tapped, attack. It's 8-10. We're just dead, right? I'm gonna have 2. Two taps means... Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Can I get Void? No? Alright, GG. Yeah. I mean, games like that are just like... I don't know. I don't... Did we ever have a shot? Were we ever in the game? I'm not sure. Just kind of how standard is. It's how it's been for a while, right? Like, there's just like it goes back to what I've been saying about. We'll do one more match, like Enduring Curiosity and Kaito. There's just like Synthesizer's a great example of a card where like they're so polarizing for the game. Like they just come down and it's everything the game's about. Like nothing in the game matters anymore. It's just this one thing, and if you can't interact with it, you just get annihilated. It's like not even close. So, is what it is. That being said, I actually think Synthesizer's a pretty good design for what that is. Where like it doesn't do anything when you play it for the most part. So if you have the clean answer for it, you end up ahead in tempo almost every single time. Like I think they compensated for that by giving it the scry, but for mono black, we just can't deal with it. We don't have like a braid or anything. So is what it is. Green black roots. Sure. I don't think this card is worth putting in your deck if your deck doesn't have Tyvar in it, but I'm not the Roots police, so what do I know? Also assumed part of why this card was played was Slickshot Show Off, and that's not a super popular card. But I guess what does this do? Like, why does it matter that it's a creature? Just it gets exiled to Roots or do a thing? Okay, what the fuck? Okay, my bad. You're just playing green-black defender control. You got it. So this means they can't really block? Maybe it only is a sorcery. Okay. What the fuck is going on? Just Dragon Sniper, dude. Let's go. Just fucking Dragon Sniper mid-range. That's funny. I mean, I've seen worse Typhoid Rats. That's rude. What the fuck is going on? What is happening? What the fuck is this game? Alright, you blocked. Your turn. Does this mean something? I don't understand. Are they playing like... Maybe trade with stuff true. Very true. I lost to this by winning in for the Arena Champs, which I was big sad they united. Yeah, Battlefront's disgusting. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Battlefront's is really good though. That card's legit. Okay, so we go exile you. You go to 6. Am I just gonna lose? Oh, that's kind of funny. I guess I'm not gonna lose then. So they have to block, right? And then they lose the demon, but then they do this? Is this losable? Am I just fuck? I feel like maybe I'm spewing, but whatever. I'm clicking buttons. They're just dead if they demon, right? I'm just small brained. Okay, it doesn't matter. So it's 4, yeah. I mean, regardless, I just have to draw a land for this. Yeah, so it's 4, yeah, whatever. Cool. I mean, I like this card. I would draft this card in my limited decks, but like I don't really know what we're doing here. I don't love when my removal spells can be killed by my opponent's removal spells. It's not my favorite thing. What's the... we'll see. I don't know. I don't care. My opponent's vibing. They're doing their thing. Alright, so green-black demons. Kind of like my main deck configuration. I could have my own Annex. Do I want to beat them down? Do I want a Dark Confidant? I probably want a Dark Confidant. I don't know if I want my own Annex. Is this better or worse than Annex? I think this card is just worse than Annex. The fact that it dies to Ultima is not great. I think you need to have like Screaming Nemesis in your deck, but then you're playing Rakdos and your mana is piss. Okay, let's go. I guess we'll go. I don't know. I don't know how many removal spells I want either. You kill dragon snipers no matter what happens. Let's just put in this stupid Bob. I don't know. Nah, we got a new card. We gotta play with the new card more. It's the rules. I'm just not gonna sideboard. Who cares? Yeah, I mean that's my logic. But they're not playing roots. They're just playing. What's that stupid? It's Finn. I think it's Finn something. It's like from Kaldheim. I think it's in Foundations. And it like your Death Touchers have poison or some shit. That's what I thought when I saw them not do root stuff, but whatevs. Oh no, not again. Back like he never left. Do I just void or do I just cast this? Double void. That doesn't do anything. I could just hard cast. I could also play Ghast. Could have Cecil. I don't know. If I draw third land and they play a threat, I think I like this the most because I go Cecil, Void, Trajectory. Okay. Fuck yeah. Do I Cecil Void? I could just play this. I think I'm valuing the 2 points higher. I'm just hoping that there's a land. Maybe this isn't even good. I could just suicide the Ghast and trade. I don't know. I mean, I don't even care about this stupid 3/3. I don't know. We're clicking buttons. I want to use my mana. I'm playing Platinum on MTG Arena. Everything's going to be okay. That thing's kind of scary. Oh, hell yeah. Play this can block, I guess. I want to just race, though. They hit me for 100. Yeah, it's a ball game. Unfortunately, we have drawn 2 lands. After lots of flooding, it is time to screw. Okay. So it's 8. I don't know. I don't think we can win either way. Maybe they mess up. I don't know. So we lose our Bloodghast. It's +3 here. They still lose... Oh, no, they're not losing life, sorry. Okay, so 9. So it's 5. I can't suicide a thing. They're just dead. It's just 7. They're dead, right? Except the void. So 6. So the drain is 8, 9. I think they're... Or no, am I... Yeah. So I messed this up. I think they just killed themselves. So we go to... Or we go to 2. Or no, I don't have lethal. I can't... Yeah, okay. So Cecil means lethal. Well, they messed up. GG. I can't believe we just won that game. Alright. We defeated Dragon Sniper. Dragon Sniper midrange. Taken down by Mono Black. 3rd land on turn. Whatever. Okay. No thoughts, honestly. Head empty. I didn't love Charm. It's a mono black deck. Sometimes you draw the removal when you don't want to, and vice versa. Color's sweet. Sephiroth is sweet. This never did anything. This was okay. I mean, this was just like a... This was a Phyrexian Arena. It didn't really matter. Highlight on it is that it dies to Ultima and a Braid, whereas enchantments maybe a little bit harder to deal with. I like this card enough. Like, I think it's fine. It's probably worse than Sephiroth, but it does blow up a blocker, and you are an aggro deck. You're just trying to get your opponent low so you can cross the finish line. I kind of want to try to put the 4th Bloodghast back in. Honestly, here's what I'm going to do if I play this deck again. I'm going to do this, this. I really don't like the Charm. I want 4 Cecils. I have to play more with Charm. I don't know. I want to draw this card more often and hit land drops more often. I think 24 lands is fine. I'm going to put a Soulstone Sanctuary in my deck because we flooded so much. And I only have 2 Charms anyway. I think it's fine. Demolition Field didn't come up too often. Miner wasn't that relevant, but it was there. Alright, you get out. You get out. I don't think this card needs to be in the deck. I don't know if I want to force Sephiroth. I could just have like 3 of this. But again, I want to draw this card more. I'm just going to cut this, whatever. The sideboard sucks. Don't use the sideboard. You can try these in the main deck. I think they're fine. It does a nice balancing act of like... Okay, I have all these removal spells that are bad against control, but now I have a threat that's specifically good against control. I don't know if it's that good. Like, yes, it hits hard, but they can still just sweeper it away or 2-for-1 themselves. So, maybe you want this thing. I still don't... I'm not in love with it, but... Cool. Alright, that was Mono Black. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go to